The UK has enacted the Online Safety Act and it has censored the internet worldwide. The UK government has brought in new legislation that has just forced everyone to have to upload their identification to view any content that meets a very loose definition of adult or harmful, and that includes the news. This new law, like our new law in Australia, is of course dressed up as something that is going to keep children safe. But the only thing that so far it's kept children safe from is the ability to use Spotify and to access material about how to avoid being groomed. Britain bringing in a new law to identify all the minors online and stop them from accessing material to protect them from groomers. Who came up with this idea? Prince Andrew? Because of this new law, you literally need a license to use the internet, which is fucking ridiculous. I would rather watch television. Oh, wait, in England you need a license for that too. What the fuck is wrong with your country? Nowhere near as many things as wrong with Australia, obviously, seeing as we've got your flag on our flag. We need some self-respect here in this country, don't we? I'm Lewis Spears and welcome back to Lou Review. Like, subscribe and see me live in 2025. Now, let's break it down. That's right, just when you thought I was done talking about dystopian new laws for social media users, England has stuck their neck out into the game, and we're here to talk about the new Online Safety Act that is supposed to protect children from seeing, I don't know, the news. Now, just before I get into trashing your beautiful country, I will be touring the UK and Ireland. I've got a bunch of dates. They are going quick. I'm there in October, which is very soon. loosespears.com. Get your tickets. And holy shit, we've jumped up like 2,000 subscribers since my last video. It looks like we're going to hit 600,000 subscribers way sooner than I thought. So if you're new, welcome, hit the button, and let's get into it. So in my last video, I covered Australia's new law, which is going to require all of us to upload our identification to use social media. And I had a look at what was going on in the UK, and they're going to give us a pretty good idea of what's going to happen to our internet because they've already implemented a version of the same type of law that seems to be even more dystopian than their own prison colony. That's an achievement. The Online Safety Act in the UK is, of course, pitched as something that's going to protect children from seeing pornography online. But the way that they've worded this legislation is so vague, and the penalties that they are threatening social media and online businesses with for not complying are so severe that internet companies, social media websites, service providers, even audio apps to listen to music on are censoring their entire websites and erring on the side of caution to force everyone to upload their identifications or have their entire internet censored. Here's what the UK government has to say about these laws. Oh, my desk is really far away. I gotta zoom in. I'm gonna have to squint. I feel like I'm doing an eye test. Ofcom figures show that children as young as 8 have accessed pornography online, while 16% of teenagers have seen material that stigmatizes body types or promotes disordered eating in the last 4 weeks. Great. So because someone made fun of a fat bitch, I gotta upload my fucking driver's license to look at Twitter? What's going on in your country? When I went to London, I thought I was gonna wander around looking up at all the amazing architecture, see Big Ben, and enjoy some terrible British food. Instead, I spent the whole time walking around your streets clutching my phone like Gollum with the One Ring because there were fucking idiots on e-scooters robbing people all around me, but you're worried about people complaining about fatties online. Maybe if your country had a few less fatties, there would be people fast enough to track down the people that are stealing phones from women on the street. I have to upload my ID to look at AI-generated Facebook slop, but anyone can just wander the street wearing a fully anonymizing face mask and stab pregnant ladies and steal their phones, and the police won't do anything about it. If you would like to support freedom of expression, free speech, and funny jokes, you can buy the new merchandise collection available until August 31, loosespears.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got air fresheners, we've got Autist enamel pins, and we've got a great bundle that helps you save heaps of money. We've also got signed posters. They are going out after August 31. After that date, You can't buy them. They'll be gone. So if you want to support the channel, if you want some sick merch, and if you want it to be signed personally by me, lewisspears.com, that's the best way to support me at the moment. To protect the next generation from the devastating impact of this content, people now have to prove their age to access pornography or this other harmful material on social media and other sites. Can you hear how vague that is? What is harmful material? Like, they've literally described harmful material as something that stigmatizes body types. So what, if I make fun of a ranger, you're going to have to upload your ID to watch my channel? What the fuck is this rule? Platforms are required to use secure methods like facial scans, photo ID, and credit card checks to verify the age of their users. What is this? The line to fuck Bonnie Blue? How much ID do I need to provide to be able to look at Reddit? This means it will be much harder for under 18s to accidentally or intentionally access harmful content. This is the official statement from the UK government saying that they're going to force every website and social media platform to block access to anyone unless they can prove their identity if they have what is subjectively determined to be harmful content. These laws just went into effect, and have a look at how Taylor Lorenz explains the impact of them immediately.
In the UK, under the Online Safety Act, access to subreddits dedicated to covering war crimes, the genocide in Gaza, or providing crucial information on reproductive health or sex education now require age verification. As The Verge reported, quote, effectively, web platforms must either set up an age verification system that poses potential privacy risks, or default to blocking huge swaths of potentially questionable content, or entirely pull out of the UK. Residents are finding themselves locked out of anything from period-related subreddits to hobbyist forums.
Great, so because the UK government wants to censor the internet, now teenage girls going through puberty who may not have a mother in the household can't look up what to do about it online. Oh, fuck, I'm bleeding for my private parts. I guess I better ask my weird uncle that no one leaves their children alone with for help instead of Googling it. Thanks for keeping me safe from predators, UK government. That was my impression of a 14-year-old girl. How did I do? Pretty well, because it looks like Prince Andrew is sweating over there. Yeah, that's right. In news that surprises absolutely no one, this law that is being disguised as something that's going to protect children from pornography online has actually stopped them from accessing any sort of sex education, any material to do with LGBT, anything that has any sort of discussion about the body in general. So even anatomy websites are getting banned. Even websites that purely deal with the skeleton are getting censored from the internet. Children can't look at it. Reddit's about stopping smoking. Reddit's for Al Jazeera, the news organization. These have both been censored by the UK government. But not only that, Spotify is now forcing users to undergo facial scanning to access explicit content. That's rap music with naughty swear words in it. So to keep your children safe online, they're going to send a picture of their face to a stranger, a foreign business that doesn't care about them. Great, good idea. Look, on the bright side of things, if every single minor in the UK is banned from accessing the internet, they'll be forced to watch British television, where there's absolutely no predators at all.
What's he say?
He senses an evil presence.
He senses an evil presence?
Yes.
Who could that be?
I'm having a look at this Reddit post where people are reporting what subs have been blocked for them because they refuse to upload their identity. And it's crazy, man. Like, look at this. Stop smoking is banned, so underage smokers can't learn how to quit. The sub for people who have been SA'd is gone. That'll keep kids safe, is from predators, that makes me upset. The best way to keep children safe from predators is removing them from the ability to talk about being victims of predators and finding resources on how to escape or report their abusers. That'll keep kids safe. But wait, it gets even more ridiculous. Children in the UK are going to have to prove that they're 18 to be able to use the NVIDIA app on their computer to update the drivers on their graphics cards to play video games. For some reason, you now need a license to update software on your computer to play video games. What the fuck is going on in the UK? I don't know if this has something to do with the Online Safety Act, but this guy has been told that he has to give his ID to the Domino's delivery man. to get his pizza? Was it because he was ordering a cheese pizza? Was it some kind of sting operation? I don't know. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Online Safety Act. I just think it's very funny you got to give your ID to the Domino's man now in England. What I'm really trying to get across here, showing off all of these examples of how this seemingly innocuous bill to protect children has actually affected the internet as soon as it's been implemented, is I'm trying to get across the idea that every system, how it works is how it is intended to work, okay? It's not intended to work how they tell you it's supposed to work. When they say this is to protect children, I'm all for protecting children from the dangers of social media and from predators online. I hate that kids constantly see pornography and really harmful content online. But this is not a law that protects children. This is a law that censors the internet and only affects people that are over the age of 18. And what it does is it teaches children how to hide the fact that they are minors online and how to circumvent these rules, which is just going to lead to them accessing unsafe content that is underground and not regulated or monitored or even known by the rest of the online space. And when you implement laws that stop people from being able to view certain content that is arbitrarily decided to be harmful, that's when you start really censoring people that are supposed to be represented by government officials. Have a look at this tweet by an MP in Britain who is responding to someone who's criticizing her, and the person's tweet criticizing her is censored by the government so that no one can see someone's criticism of an MP. This is government censorship. They are literally censoring people that are criticizing elected officials. This is crazy. This is the tweet by Zara Sultana MP. She's responding to a quoted tweet which people in the UK can't see. I can see it, but English people can't unless they prove their ID. Due to local laws, we are temporarily restricting access to this content until X estimates your age. Essentially, what this means is if you're 17, you can't see political discourse at all. You can't become an informed citizen. You can't look at the news because there might be, I don't know, an ugly fat chick in it. This is fucking censorship. It's insane. This doesn't protect children from seeing a loose titty or two. This censors discourse by citizens and destroys anonymity online. But if this law couldn't get any more insane and hypocritical, have a look at how the government is trying to sell this to the general population. I found a sponsored advertisement that the government paid a British social media influencer to film. And just have a look at this ad and try and tell me that this is about protecting children. This is a real ad, by the way. This is a sponsored post that an influencer with over 600,000 followers on Instagram was paid money to post to her social media to promote this rule or this law that is supposed to protect children. Look at this. This is Olivia Bentley. She's walking down her hallway. She's taking off her shoes seductively. And then she drops her pants and starts to get naked. She looks like she's naked. She's got her ass in frame, and she is promoting the fact that children are going to be protected from seeing sexual content online from people like her. I don't know what the fuck this is. The government is trying to sell censorship to the populace by saying they're going to protect children from seeing sexual content by paying an influencer on an all-ages social media website to take her fucking pants off. What's going on? I mean, isn't this just promoting gun control laws by shooting a child in the head on camera and going, you wouldn't want that to happen to your kid, would ya? We need to ban guns. Well, look, if you listen to Alex Jones, that's exactly what Sandy Hook was. Which I don't agree with. I think that's incorrect, but it was a funny joke, so I will say it. Anyway, oh, that's right. We're listening to the woman with no pants about why children should be protected from her pussy.
Now get your attention. Just like this pornography beer, as of the 25th of July, you will need to prove that you are over 18 to be able to get served pornography online. This is not to judge anyone or to ruin the fun for any adults. It's purely to stop children seeing content that is made for adults.
How much money do you reckon the government paid her to half-ass deliver a script that she didn't write, nor does she care about advocating for censoring the internet and stopping children from looking at sexual material while using sexual material to get people to look at it, and literally profiting from having a lot of children follow her and watch her sexualized content? Like, this is so hypocritical. It is insane. Like, and also bad business move from this lady, all right? Because let's be real, this type of content is literally being censored by the UK government because it's showing too much skin. I have seen all over Twitter, currently known as X, unfortunately known as X, of women that are not sex workers that are having their media tabs censored in the UK because, I don't know, an online algorithm has determined that they're too hot or showing off too much rack or whatever it is. Like, it's not adult content at all, but the robot is censoring it in the UK because it thinks that it could maybe be pornographic, and they're so worried about getting fined by the UK government that they're just erring on the side of caution and over-censoring. Because the fines for these businesses are crazy. It's 10% of global revenue if they're found to be in breach of these laws. That's wild, dude. And that's why all of these companies are falling over themselves to censor in the most ham-fisted way possible, because the penalties are crazy, even for these companies. Now, let's put aside the fact that, according to this very well-done new study on age verification laws not even working at all to protect children from seeing adult content, pornographic stuff that harms them psychologically. It doesn't work at all. It does not protect children. It just censors the internet generally. Let's put that aside and have a look at the actual direct impact on the internet, right? Because these laws don't just apply to social media companies like they do in Australia. In Australia, they're just targeting whatever the government decides is a social media company. The UK laws are so much more stringent in that they apply to every app and website and social media websites. Like, it's made its way all the way to Spotify, right? And it's not just big companies either. It's small websites that can't afford to do age verification at all. They're also affected. And what that means is any website that can't afford a team or a service to do these age verifications, which are very, very expensive, they just have to either shut down or risk being shut down by the government. Even Newgrounds, which is a relatively large website, they can't afford to do age verifications, and they ideologically disagree with it anyway. So this is their statement. This is how they're going to try to follow the rules, even though they know that it's probably not enough. What they're doing is, if your account is more than 10 years old, we will assume that you are currently over 18. This is in line with one of the methods of effective age assurance. I mean, if I'm the government, I could just go, oh, what if they just bought an account or they're using in someone else's account? So Newgrounds is getting shut down in the UK. This is crazy. We are not planning to offer things like ID checks or facial recognition because these require us to pay a third party to confirm each individual. Because Newgrounds runs at a loss and does not monetize users very well, this is not an option for us. As Wired noted, Big Tech is the only winner of the Online Safety Act because smaller websites cannot afford to keep up with this sort of regulation. And that is another maybe unseen or planned consequence of these laws. It kills small websites. It kills the idea of a free and open internet. You can't have a forum about an interest anymore because you're going to have to pay a third party to individually identify the age of every single user, even if that forum would benefit from everyone being anonymous. This is literally dystopian shit. It is designed to censor and squash freedom of speech online. And that is wrong. And so To fight back against these laws, I will be telling many hilarious, dark, and naughty jokes at my UK tour. I'm going to England, Scotland, and Ireland. Not part of the UK. They're their own country. They're their own people, and they are not subject to these laws. Loosebeers.com kicks off in October, and I've got my final Australia show in Frankston. Hopefully, I do not get stabbed. It's going to be fun. Loosebeers.com. See you there. Like, subscribe, and if you're able to comment on this website from England, I guess you're a coward who uploaded their ID. Do not comply. All right, that's it. See you later.